Today we will be doing Mandala Rocks with Miss A. A mandala is a geometric configuration of different shapes and symbols. In various spiritual traditions, mandalas may be used to help its practitioners to meditate, as a spiritual guidance tool, or to establish a sacred place. Here is one in a Christian church. Here is another one in a form of a stained glass window. The Tibetan monks use the mandalas as a form of meditation as they create their sand mandalas that will eventually be brushed away and brought back to the earth. The actual process is more important than the end-all result. Today we will be making our own mandalas on rocks. We will be using a rock, 2 Q-tips and a toothpick, and 1 colored paint and white. Let's get started mixing our paint. You're going to use white and a color, and you're going to mix white with that color to make a lighter value. Here I'm taking turquoise and white and mixing it to make light turquoise. So now you have white, dark turquoise, and light turquoise. Getting your tools together, your toothpick, your Q-tip with the end cut off, and then another Q-tip with one end actually painted with white paint to make it harder, and a paper towel, and your 3 different colors of paint. Now remember, we're using a clock, 12, 3, 6, and 9, and we're going to be doing 8 dots around our mandalas. So let's get started. The first one I'm going to use is with my smallest and my darkest paint, and I'm starting at the 12 and the 6, the 9, and the 3, making dots. You can fill in now the dots in between those, working your way around. Here I will have 8, but I decided to even make more in between. So I'm putting actually more dots around, but you want to space them out by doing that method of 12, 6, 9, 3, then filling in between. And you always want them to be symmetrical, meaning equal. Now I'm getting my Q-tip with the painted end, and I'm making dots at 12, 6, 9, and 3, and then I'm going to make dots in between, which will equal 8. This mandala is going to have 8 dots primarily. So once I've done that, I'm going to wipe off the Q-tip, and I'm going to take the end of the Q-tip that I cut off, and I'm going to go in the white and go in between those dots that I just made, and I'll be making another 8 white dots. And basically you're going to grow this mandala out from the center and using the rules of 8s. If you need to go back over some of the dots, do so by putting it back in the white paint and going over it again. Now I'm taking my toothpick and I'm going around those 8 dots and making 4 little dots. This is just a pattern that I created, and you can do this as well. So going in the dark turquoise and making 4 dots, again using that clock of 12, 6, 9, and 3. Now I'm going back in with my Q-tip, and I am going to make 8 large turquoise dots out of the darkest turquoise, and I'm going in between those 2 white dots that I make. Remember, you're always trying to make it symmetrical all the way around. Now I'm using my toothpick to make some white dots around the turquoise dot that I just made. Again, making it symmetrical, every single one is going to be the same. This one I'm doing 8 dots around, starting at the 12, 6, 9, and 3. If you make a mistake, you can always wipe it off because it is acrylic paint and it'll just wipe right off. And I'm making 8 dots around this one, but always starting with the 12, 6, 9, and 3. Another fun technique is to actually take your smaller tools and make dots on top of the paint dots that you've already made. For example, I'm using my toothpick to make little dark dots on top of the white paint. You can also use your Q-tip to maybe make a dot in the middle. And you can then go in and fill these in with little dots and with the darker colors or the lighter colors, depending on which dot you are decorating. Ta-da! Here is my mandala rock with only 3 different colors of paint. And here are some examples of more intricate designs with various colors. Hope you enjoyed. Now I can't wait to see what you make.